We've, of course, been tracking Hurricane Harvey, now a Category 4 storm slamming into the Gulf Coast of Texas. Chief Meteorologist Scott Padgett from our Dallas station KDVT joins me now with an update. And Scott, I see behind you this eye wall, basically all but making landfall. What can you tell us about where the storm is and how it's progressing?
The storm is progressing to the northwest at about 8 miles per hour. And you're about right there, Brooke. As we zoom our way in just a bit more, that outer section of the eye wall just now starting to work its way on those barrier islands. Here's Port Aransas, there's Corpus Christi. But you see, when landfall officially occurs, when that inner eye wall pushes over land, and it's moving off towards the northwest at about 8 miles per hour. So as I widen out the view, you can see there are the barrier islands. I've stopped the radar. That inner eye wall about 7 miles away from the barrier islands. So we do that math, and within an hour, I'm expecting that Hurricane Harvey has made landfall along the barrier islands near Corpus Christi, Port Aransas, and will continue to then push its way inland as we go through the remainder of the evening hours. Already, those outer bands have been dropping a large amount of rain, but that outer eye wall now starting to push its way onshore with those winds sustained near 130 miles per hour.
We talked earlier in the day about the unlikely chances that this would become a Category 4. Now it's a Category 4. What do we make of the strength of the storm and how it's progressing, and if we think it could get worse at this point?
And it was a strong Category 3. My gut was kind of saying maybe a Category 4. Hard to say since I don't work with the National Hurricane Center, but it slowed down. It tightened up over that shallow water, so we went right into that Category 4, a low-end Category 4 hurricane. It is continuing to push its way in. I haven't really ever seen a Category 4 stall or really just not move its way inland, and the Future Sky forecast shows it making its way on land between about 8 to 8:30 and then continue to push its way inland, and that is the forecast track, coming on shore as a Category 4 hurricane with winds sustained at 130 miles per hour. Then late tonight into tomorrow morning, when it has the friction of the land, it's going to start to downgrade, but still a major hurricane late tonight with winds sustained at 115. And then still, as we go into tomorrow afternoon, right around noon to 1 o'clock, a Category 1 hurricane with winds sustained at 85 miles per hour. And then the effects of land really being cut off from that warm water, it's going to downgrade to a tropical storm by Sunday, late Saturday into Sunday, and then start to turn its way back around possibly the same area that we see landfall within an hour or so by Monday, and then by Tuesday as a tropical storm making its way just out over open water, and then possibly by Wednesday near Houston as a tropical storm.
And that path, what does that mean for damage, for flooding, for what people can expect in the next couple days?
It means catastrophic damage in my book. That's what we're thinking. You can see the sustained winds forecast from today. This red color indicates the violent winds, but this yellow color indicates the tropical storm force winds. Still talking about some areas staying within tropical storm force winds for a couple of days. So this is my latest thinking. Those sustained winds near 130 miles per hour. Tornadoes are going to be possible the next couple of days. Storm surge of 6 to 12 feet. And then we talked about the rain. This is what it means. Days of rain, days possibly without power. Some forecast models saying 28 inches, some forecast models saying 35 inches or higher over the next 3 to 5 days, even through end of next week. And those onshore winds hold that flood water in there. So we're not going to see a lot of drainage. There are going to be people that are going to be without power for probably a week, maybe even more than that. And also these flooding concerns continue.
Okay, Scott, a forecast we'll all hope is wrong, but prepare for it being right. Thanks so much tonight.
No problem.